All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we're down to our last speaker. So you've heard from the first responder, you've heard from the father, you've heard from the husband. This last story is going to be for somebody whose story circles around all three of those. So please, everyone, help me give a warm welcome to Daxel.
Good afternoon, my name is Daxel. They call me Dax. I have some notes here because I don't want to get lost what I'm going to say. So I was in my 20s. So I was working like a long hours in Kmart for years. So a lot of hours working. So I feel stuck just working in Kmart every day, don't do nothing by myself. So one day I asked my father, they had some advice for me, like, oh, what you can do? And they just try to find just your way, study something. So because he was my hero at the time. So he was a paramedic for 30 years. So I just decided to study to be paramedic like him, responding. So I started to be in an ambulance, like one private company, one of my first years. And then he one day he told me, oh, you want to keep doing that in the ambulance, or you want just to switch in the dispatch? You're gonna be chill, computer. So he just found me a job in the dispatch center in Puerto Rico government. So I be there for 10 years, working there. So I received a lot of calls, like a suicide, crazy call, like a funny calls, everything you can imagine. I received one call about that. So I don't want to make the story longer. So the thing is that in 2017, I got my firstborn in March. He turned 9 next month. So it wasn't one of my beautiful moments in my life when I just saw him in my hands. But I just, okay, now I have a purpose. So the thing is that same year, we got, I don't know if you guys hear about Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico. So it was crazy that year. So they only have like a few months, and then that happened in September 16. So the day after September 16, they just picked me up from my house, just bring me to the dispatch because they need me working there. So I just left my home for a long time, just working. So I just was just focused working the whole time, just to help people. So it was hard. That year was hard. So. And then in November, I talked with my father like a month ago. I told my father, and then he looked into my face. He was so struggling. Everybody was struggling. So he looked into my face and said, "Oh, Daxel, I want to kill myself." So I just ignored him and said, "Bro, just stop." Shit, so annoying. So I just keep doing my thing and said whatever. And then I was working one day in the dispatch center, and then I received one call. So I just saw that. First, they called on the radio. They say, "Oh, Daxel, call me in the radio." The people who work in the ambulance. Said, what happened? And then I just saw that the person next to me. He said, "Oh, just slow down, bro. Take it easy." So was my father who committed suicide. So I just take the keys, run away. I was the first person show up in the house because the ambulance takes a while to show up. So I was the first person. So you need to be in charge and everything happened there. The police show up, everybody show up, and then I need to be in charge because everybody was so crazy, screaming, running side by side. The neighbor wanted to go inside the house to see everything. The thing is, I need to be strong. So I was so strong, so I never cried for months. Until one day, I just hang out with my wife, and then we just drink some drinks. And I was so drunk, so I just remember that day when he told me he wanted to commit suicide. I don't do it. So I feel guilty about that. I feel like, oh, I can't do something about that. I never do anything. And then that's when everything started. So I started drinking until I just pass out every day. I just they supposed to, and this part is supposed to take me away from the job and then just send me to find help. But they never do that. They just stay working. So I just finished the work. I do night shift. So I just left the job at 6 a.m. So I just go straight to my house, start drinking until 12 p.m. and then get so drunk and pass out in the bathroom until my wife just come to the house and say, "What, bro? You need to take care of the kids here." So until one day, I was sit down on the floor with my son playing, and then watching cartoons. And then I noticed he's follow every move I make. Like if I just sit down that way, he just follow everything. And then I just think myself, bro, he follow you. He just follow your steps. So you need to change, not because of you, because of them. You know? And then I started to read books. I tried to for myself try to find help. I tell the people from the government they need to take me off from the job and they find to help for me. So they just do it. So I just was out for almost 1 year, just try to help because I only just think about drink the whole time. Because I want to just don't remember it. The thing is, after months of that, I just quit my job, and then I tell my wife I'm gonna join the military. So I joined the military. So I started to study for the ASVAB because for a long time I don't study anything. I also study the ASVAB. I got a great score in the ASVAB, so I joined the Air Force. So here I am. So I don't know.
Hey, it's good. Appreciate it. I'm looking for that.